A 17-year-old is behind bars tonight, accused of killing a mother as she visited her son's gravesite in Killeen. Christian Lamar Weston is charged for murdering 52-year-old Yolanda Jarrillo back on March 22nd at a cemetery. A judge ordered Weston to no bond. He was also arraigned on an unrelated, unlicensed carrying of a weapon charge.
Put me on the side.
It's your boy Lil Dre, GMB 41, you know how we doing it. I'm out here on that west side, though, with them boys out there the west. In your face, ENT, act like you know, man. Sorry, this is a little video we shooting, you know what I'm saying? My nigga from my little single coming up off the Mr. 41, my city, Killeen. So it's only right I go holler some real K-Town niggas. They D out the L, Rab Dog out the borough, Swamp Bay about the west, you know what I'm saying? It's really self-explained, my nigga, real talk. When you see the track, you hear the niggas on it, you gonna know what's up. You already know who's shooting the video, baby. Cool it.
An online business transaction led to a shooting in Killeen. It happened Wednesday night on the 900 block of West Jasper Road. When police arrived, they found a 16-year-old suffering from a gunshot wound. Police believe the teen was meeting someone to sell something that was posted online. The suspect tried to steal the items, pulled a gun out,
investigating a murder that happened just a little after 3 o'clock this morning. Officers were called to Club Legends, located at 308 South 2nd Street, in reference to a 911 call about a shooting victim. And when they arrived, they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. Officers immediately started to perform life-saving measures until paramedics
facing
arrived.
Federal drug trafficking charges. Thursday, 22 people were arrested as a part of a larger investigation into drug trafficking in Central Texas.
According to the allegations in the indictments, these folks were very, very serious drug traffickers, and they destroy people's lives when they sell things like methamphetamine.
In total, 28 names are listed on these two indictments, all facing federal drug trafficking charges. According to the first indictment, 9 people were Gangster Disciple members.
The Gangster Disciples are a very violent organization headquartered in Chicago in the Midwest. And for them to be headquartered or to be solidified in Central Texas is interesting, to say the least.
They're charged because, quote, they conspire to possess with intent to distribute and to distribute a mixture or substance containing a detectable amount of methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine is the most trafficked drug here in Texas.
Each of the 9 allegedly had been dealing either meth, cocaine, or crack around Killeen since October of 2015. The other 19 involved in the bust allegedly, quote, conspire to distribute at least 500 grams of a mixture or a substance containing a detectable.
And a Killeen triple murder has been found and arrested in Mississippi more than 5 months after the killings. 6 News reporter Cole Johnson has new details on what happened that March night and shares what the victim's roommate has to say about losing 3 people she called family.
Another injured and 2 others in police custody tonight following an overnight shooting in Killeen. It happened around 2:45 this morning on the 4300 block of South Fort Hood Street. When police got there, they found 36-year-old Dion Elliott with a gunshot wound near the intersection of Fort Hood Street and Elms Road. He was taken to a hospital where he later died from his injuries.
Recent shootings have been linked to violent hybrid gangs.
Yeah, on September the 7th, a 19-year-old woman was shot and killed. Then last night, a 5-year-old girl and a 45-year-old woman were both shot. They're now in stable condition. Tonight, Killeen's Police Chief Charles Kimball addressed the recent violence, and 6 News reporter Bailey Bates tells us how he's cracking down. She joins us now in studio. Hey, Bailey.
Hey, Chris, these gangs call themselves Young Paper Chasers, K-Town Mafia, and Stretch. Killeen Police Chief Charles Kimball has had enough. His department has had enough, and now he says it's time for the community to call it enough. Recent crime in Killeen is believed to be at the hands of local gangs.
These hybrid gangs, without a current identifiable or specific leader, they are comprised of individuals who get together for criminal activity, mainly trafficking in drugs and aggravated assaults, and maybe even homicide.
Being hybrid, their allegiances change, usually depending on who has the most drugs, according to Killeen Police Chief Charles Kimball, making it more challenging.
The is investigating a double homicide after finding 2 victims dead at a home on Brook Drive. 6 News reporter Andrew Moore was at the site of that shooting today. He joins me now live from the 6 Newsroom with the details. Andrew?
Yeah, Killeen PD tells us this shooting happened just after 2:30 this morning, and they have 1 person in custody in connection to this case, but they aren't releasing a name, and investigators have yet to release any additional information. Police found 2 people shot and killed at this home on Brook Drive. Viewer video shows the street crawling with police. And
Killeen are raising some major concerns in the town. 25 News reporter Jarrell Baker speaks with local community leaders and police about the recent uptick in crimes.
A homicide which left a woman fatally shot Tuesday night marks the third homicide in Killeen in 3 days.
We have our full investigative team working on the cases now, and my heart goes out to those families. I can only imagine what they're going through.
All the victims 21 and under, leaving many concerned about the young adults and youth in our area.
I personally know the guy who, the young man who lost his life sadly, on West Cliff. And it's really sad because he was a smart kid. He was a smart kid, man.
Police Chief Charles Kimball says the city has 12 murders overall this year, which is nearly half the amount this time last year. Despite the fewer numbers, Chief Kimball says they're still looking for causes.
Man is dead after being shot by multiple people in Killeen.
Channel 6's Cole Johnson is back from the scene. And Cole, what led up to this shooting?
Chris and Leslie, it all started when the 28-year-old victim got into an argument with a group of people in a car. They showed him their weapons and then shot him. Killeen police got the call around 5:30, shot fired in Fleetwood Drive's 1900 block. The man shot was taken to Seton Medical Center where he died. Police are still looking for the shooters, but say the public isn't at risk. They say they know people who saw what happened because there were a lot of people in the street. Police asked for people in the area who saw or